Okay, we laugh.
What happened?
What a way to start a
Wow
session.
session. The champagne popped by itself.
It's celebrating with us.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our first birthday when it comes to wow sessions.
Yay!
It's our first birthday, so we actually got some bubblies, and we just thought we'd open it, and then it popped by itself. So it's like really.
He was
wow.
just excited for us to have our first wow session.
Yes. That's amazing. Thank you. So well done, girls.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers,
Cheers
cheers.
to our first birthday, first wow session birthday.
Yeah, for World Menstrual Hygiene Day.
Yes. Cheers. This was non-alcoholic.
It is non-alcoholic.
Tastes alcoholic.
Tastes yummy.
It's delicious. Okay, so ladies, I just want to reiterate what we do. Women's Warehouse is all about educating, uplifting, and empowering women from all walks of life.
Yep.
And we are just so happy to be with you this Friday afternoon because tomorrow we celebrate a very, very special day. I wonder if you ladies know what it is. Anybody?
Yes.
You do know. We made some emojis.
Choose me.
Choose me.
Yeah.
So we are celebrating World Menstrual Hygiene Day tomorrow. And if you guys don't know what that is, please go into our social media and we'll tell you all about it. But here we go. It's basically celebrating your womanhood and what makes you a woman. It's your menstrual cycle.
That's right.
And we have made these bangles that represent your menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
So the pink is the 23 days when you don't have your period, and the 23. It's 23. Plus 5 is 28.
Correct.
I
So,
know. It's for
so
God's
we were
favorite
making
children.
beads
3-day
until
period.
3 hours of the morning.
And then the purple is the 5 days of your period.
Yeah.
Now I know that a lot of us have different cycles and they look different, but this is sort of the standard. But it can vary from a day or two. Sometimes, like myself, I used to have a period for 7 days,
Oh, no.
not 5 days.
I had 5. Now
So,
I've got
you
2
know.
and a half.
So we celebrate our womanhood tomorrow. So if you have got a bangle, please put it on and hashtag us on our social media. We went around the city this morning and we were handing out bangles, and we were just getting the most incredible feedback from women, and they were so happy to put their bangles on. And it's basically saying, this is your sign saying happy V-Day.
No, World Menstrual
Health Day, but
Hygiene
it's like a V-Day. It's like-
We've created our own
Celebrating
V.
Yeah,
And
it's a
actually,
V-Day.
some interesting info while we were downstairs, we've actually now been made a partner of the World Menstrual Hygiene Organization.
Well,
Hey.
hey.
Yeah, we'll do today. There's another celebration.
Cheers, cheers.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to share all our content, looking at collaborating with us on how we end period poverty.
Yeah.
So it's starting off very, very well. From our first wow session to this one, guys, a lot has happened.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have
A
done
lot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have. So, ladies, so tell us your story.
Yeah.
Tell us about your what do you think World Menstrual Hygiene Day means to you?
Yes.
And obviously, there's a whole lot of stuff that goes with it. So we want to talk today a little bit about the hygiene when you're menstruating. What does it look like? Not so long ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we put a post on there. You know, and we ask questions like, do you believe a man can smell you when you're on your period?
67% of you said yes. So we would go with that.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
So tell us.
So they can actually smell you.
Yep.
The way God designed men is quite incredible. As you know, men are visual. So ladies, if you've got your husband, let him look because he's visual. But not only has he made him visual, he also has given him extraordinary senses in his nose to smell. And I don't know if you ever watched that program. What was that guy that does the hunters and the gatherers? He ran this program. It was a hilarious comedy about hunters and gatherers, and he talks about what
Defending the
men are.
caveman.
That's the one.
There we go. Yo, it came quickly.
We should play charades. And it's actually true that men's senses are designed in such a way because they are hunters, and they can actually smell things very specific. Like, you know, even if you're in the bush, my husband enjoys hunting. I enjoy hunting with him. Don't boo me on that one.
No.
I only hunt for the pot, so I eat a lot of venison. But he can smell animals better than what I can when we are walking in the bush, which is quite
wow,
an
that's
interesting thing.
Yeah.
But also, the way that God designed a woman is that He allows you to secrete pheromones, which actually entice a man. And that's why you will normally find, if you speak to your partner and you ask him, what is it that you like about me, or what has attracted you to me? And a lot of times they'll say your smell. So
that's very powerful.
yeah, so don't cover your smell with perfume too much, because actually your guy likes your smell. So there we have it.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, so you're going to tell us a little bit more about the
Different
hygiene
smells.
sides and
Yes.
different smells.
Yes.
So that's just one. When you are on your menstrual cycle, it is normal for a guy to be able to smell you.
And I think, yeah, and I think
And it's not a
what's-
bad smell.
No, that's what I'm saying. Don't think of it as ugly or dirty, and that is why we're doing this. This is bringing back the power to your menstrual cycle, because it makes you unique and it makes you beautiful. And obviously there are certain times that you will have different odors, and what we really want to push during 2022 is to create awareness about your body, understanding your body. We call ourselves at the schools, we call ourselves the auntie, because some people can't really ask their own family. So we want to give you as much education as we can. And yes, there are times that you are going to have an odor, and there are times that it needs to go to a doctor. So we're going to just give you a little bit of a breakdown. So normal smells for a vulva or vagina is sour. So your sour beer, so it's your yeasty smell. You know what it's sourdough bread smells like for you health fanatics. Sourdough bread. You've got an ammonia smell, which is your bleachy smell. You get a sweaty smell, maybe like your armpits, and then you get like a metallic smell. And these are all actually normal and common around women at certain times of their lives. So Nadine did a post for us about lactobacillia. Remember your love. So that's where your sour beer comes in. It's very common for vaginas to produce a sour odor. So guys, please don't worry, but it's all about knowing your body. You will know when your smell changes. If you've used a different, and then it's a process of elimination. Did I use a different fabric softener? Did I use this? Did I wear too tight underwear? Because these all can have an effect on your vagina. So, I mean, we know that when there's yeast involved, there's a good bacteria involved. So your vagina also has a good bacteria, and it also has its own pH balance. So more than likely when you have that smell, if it's a very intense smell along with the fishy smell and along with the odor, then we say warning sign. But if it's just a smell and it's carried on, there's no issues, you're not burning, you haven't got an itchy sensation down there, you're pretty much okay.
Yeah, and I think that also your vagina, the smell of your body actually changes when you're on antibiotics.
Yes.
And it also, when you take certain vitamins. So I'm sure you guys all know, if you take a lot of vitamin B, when you go to the loo, you'll see your urine is quite yellow.
Yeah.
It's all those different things that we take and put into our body, which will basically, whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. So at the end of the day, just watch what you are actually consuming. Again, it's like if you eat too many sweets, and if you go on a chocolate spree,
Guilty.
yeah, we're all guilty.
I'm gonna go up again. I'm not using your paddles.
We like chocolates. We like to
But it's bad for you. Poop.
Moderation, and we'll go there for another time. Moderation.
But if we eat a lot of chocolates and all of that, that also changes the pH in your vagina. So there might be a yeasty smell after eating too much chocolate.
Yeah. And also, even if you eat too many asparagus, you'll notice that there's a very
smell.
So know again that these are the range of normal smells. So smelly armpits, your onions. Bad. Yes. We'll go poo emoji for you.
Onion smelling vaginas.
Poo smelly. Poo emoji.
Yeah.
So also there's for your sweaty or your smelly armpits, because like I have that. could be caused by emotional stress. So a lot of us are going through a lot of things at the moment. So know that if you're having a sweaty, armpity smell, that there are two glands in your sweat glands in your body. There's an aprocin and an extrin. Extrin cools down your body, and the aprocin responds to emotions. So these glands live in your armpits as well. So you could have that smell attached. Bleach. Guys, we've had that before. If I've worn a different underwear, I've had a beachy ammonia smell. If I've changed so please understand that there's two reasons for this. There could be a slight urinary tract infection, which is a UTI, or there could be a bacterial vaginosis. So again, like we're saying, if you're pairing it with a discharge that is a strange color, because remember we've gone through it, please go back to our social media. We went in depth with what our discharges look like. But if it is accompanied by a fishy smell, then you need to go and see there might be a bacterial infection. Urine, and this was interesting for me, is that urine or a strong ammonia smell could also be dehydrated.
Yes.
Okay.
So it could be as simple as dehydration.
Yeah. Okay. I also just want to say to you, just because you have a bacterial infection doesn't mean that
You're dirty.
You're dirty.
No.
You got this from having sex,
No.
unprotected sex.
No.
There are girls that are still virgins, okay, that can have a bacterial infection. So this has got nothing to do with an STD. Just
No,
wanted
please.
to put that out there. Yeah.
But also, guys, again, know your body. We know immediately if we've changed. If I've a different undie, like Ash spoke about going commando and the underwear that we use. We talked about this for a reason. Certain times, and if I wear certain pieces of clothing, my body rejects the chemical that's in there, which could also cause a smell. So please, pop us a question. It is anonymous. We don't tell anybody. Your business is your business. But please use us as a line of communication when it comes to not being 100% sure. And we will point you in the right direction. See a gynae or just go see your doctor. I mean, you tried the yogurt.
Yes. Yes, after Nadine posted the video.
Guys, go to our social media. I'm going to give Nadine thumbs
Thumbs
up.
up, absolutely.
A thumbs up.
I tried that because I think the very next day I had a UTI. And it was the UTI where you feel like you need to pee every 5 seconds, and that feeling just won't go away. And when you go to the bathroom, it's just like a little drizzle.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I remember the video that Nadine did, and then I actually did use yogurt, and it worked immediately.
She was like, Jen, I just tell you it's
Immediately.
work right now. Right now. I was like, it's immediate. And I was like, this is so amazing because
there's
you don't
so
have to
many-
run to the doctor.
Yeah, and then they like take book up, and I'm not saying those things don't work. I just feel like it takes a bit longer to work, whereas with the yogurt it works
it's instant.
instantly.
And it's cheap.
Yeah, and it's cheap. It was in the fridge at work.
We sometimes use it for our smoothie. So there's two. I'm going to give that a brown, and I'm going to give that a thing.
Mixed feelings on that.
Too much information.
Yeah.
And then the last one is your metallic, your penny smell. And there's also a molasses sweet smell as well. So if the guys, we're just educating you. Obviously, if the colors are abnormal or something is really off, then go and see your doctor immediately. But again, metallic smell, we know our blood is full of iron. So this could be a reason for even having sex. Some of your uterine wall breaks off a little bit earlier, and it might not leave a lot of blood, but you might have that metallic smell. So just know these odors are normal. Persistent pains, itching, along with X, go and see a doctor.
And also, just a tip out there, just remember, if you're sexually active, after you've had sex, just remember there's bacteria on a male's organs, on his penis. So when you're having intercourse, that bacteria that goes into your body can cause a UTI. So after having sex, the first thing you need to do is not use a cloth and wipe down there, it's going weak. Because when you go and wee afterwards, actually that wee cleans out the bacteria. So you won't get a UTI if you wee straight after having sex. Just a quick tip there.
I love that.
But ladies, what we want to talk about now that we have a little bit of sort of background on just different odors and all of that, what else are the other things that a person can do just to make sure that your body is clean and make sure that there's no odors that go there? So obviously, it's important that you bath every day. We live in a very warm country where our climate is very warm, so we do perspire and we do sweat a lot. So it's important that from a hygienic perspective, make sure that you do wash every day. And just remember, you don't have to wash your vagina with all sorts of funny things.
No.
You're not your vagina, your vulva.
Your
you
vulva.
don't want to go in there.
Guys, the
It's your vulva.
outside is your vulva.
Yeah, not inside.
Yeah.
Inside is your vagina, but your vulva. The best thing really is to use a soap that is pH balanced. And I mean, just generally Dove is
I use.
a pH balanced soap.
Yes.
Or you can use the soaps that we promote. So you can either use Femigene or you can use Gynacard. And if you don't want to buy these, you can actually just use the bar soap. And that bar soap
It's actually very nice.
is
I must
very
say.
nice, and that will last you. I think it's $30 for the bar soap, but it'll last you 4 months. So I always say, if you invest in your face, you need to invest in your V.
Yes.
So it's always nice to have a nice soap for you to wash down there. But just remember, a quick wash. It's not like going in there and trying to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a wash. In actual fact, your vagina, and I know we've said this before, is a self-cleaning oven. So it cleans itself out. That's why you have a little bit of a white or clear discharge, because that's it cleaning itself out. So don't go in there and cause an imbalance with putting all sorts of other funny
That
things
can
in there.
cause an infection as well.
As well.
I'm guilty of
Absolutely.
that. When you clean too much or you use
Yeah.
too much soap and you're just like in there.
And it dries out because
It
you also
dries
there's
up
a lot
because
of
it's
natural
irritation.
moisture.
Yeah.
So there's the lube as well, which also can come into place.
And
Especially here, if you've got the metallic smell, there might be because there's vaginal dryness.
Yeah.
Yes.
So get a lube. There's also great Femigene lube as well.
Yeah.
And I think another thing to add is a soap that works for Nadine might not work for
Yes,
myself.
thank you, girl.
Or
Yes,
for Jen.
yes.
That's what I've tried all of the vagina soaps, and literally all of them, because I started getting UTIs when I was in high school, like when I was in grade 8, grade 9. I started getting UTIs and I wasn't sexually active, so I had to now take special care of what kind of soaps I bath with. Like I couldn't even bath with a normal bubble bath. Or,
Because of the fragrance in the
yes,
it causes.
because I mean, when I was growing up, you don't want it to smell down there, because that's one thing that my mom warned me about as soon as I started becoming of age, going through puberty. She was like, you know what, certain things might start happening, you know, in your private area, so take special care of it. And I was like, okay, gotta clean it.
See you with
take some time.
Yeah, so, and then that's when I started getting the UTIs and all that kind of thing, and I had to go see a gynecologist, and that's when they told me, stop cleaning.
You heard it here first, people. We're gonna give that a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
My doctor also said that to me,
Yeah.
don't wash it so much.
Yes.
Because I think it's just as a woman, you've always got this thing that,
Yes,
you know,
smell.
a smell, and
Yeah.
you know, you sort of
Got a thing.
self-conscious about it.
Yeah.
Girls, you all smell. It's a natural thing.
Yes.
It's a natural, normal thing. It's, you know.
And this is why
it's a
I'm-
vagina smell.
Yeah.
But
World Menstrual Hygiene Day is there. It's to break it down because unfortunately there's very little education around it because it's a very taboo subject.
Yep.
So we are saying no
Break the
more with the
stigma.
taboo. We are
Yes.
breaking
I'm
the
giving
stigma.
that
We're going to give
the
that a thumbs
stigma.
up
breaking this
and give it break the
Yes.
stigma and ask
And that's
us.
actually one of the themes for World Menstrual Hygiene Day is breaking period stigma. And
Yes.
how we do that is by talking about this kind of thing and making it, you know, a normal conversation, not like something that we talk about with
No.
our breath. No.
No,
Gone
we
are
talk-
those days.
Gone are those
No.
days.
We are proud of our period.
We are proud of
We
our
are
period.
period proud.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Period power. All the
Hashtag
P's.
that. First by us. Hashtag period power. Thank you.
Love that.
Yeah.
So then we want to talk about, obviously, so it's important as we keep our bodies clean, keep your vagina clean, but wash it, be sensible, pH, or just water, really.
Yes.
And we'll sort that out. But another thing is let's have a look at your underwear. I know, ladies, it's important to put on clean underwear every day. And if you don't want to wear underwear, go commando because it's actually good for you.
We love
I'll
Commando.
drink to that.
Cotton on, develop only a bra for us.
I'm battling with the commando, I must be honest. I'm old school.
Depends on the oven.
But yes, so
Yeah.
clean underwear, and obviously with your bras as well. I think that's a big thing.
Yes.
With some ladies sort of don't wash their bras and they sort of wear them like 3 or 4 times. Don't do that. You've got a lot of sweat that is from your arms, but also you perspire between your breasts.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's important that you change your bra every day. And I know that bras are very expensive. I just wash them in the shower and hang them up, and then they die. And I do the same with my undies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When I was
just quick.
You know, when I had small little boobies, it was easier. now
Now
that
when
they
you do a
were
spray tan,
big,
it's like lift, spray.
I don't know. And you know what my granny used to do? She put roll-on under the end.
Really?
I'm
Let's
serious.
try that.
What's wrong
Okay,
with
Navia, let's go.
That's hilarious. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, so then we want to talk about obviously the product.
Yeah.
As you know, we are here to fight period poverty.
That's
Okay,
right.
ladies, I'm
Oh,
asking,
yes.
please will you, we have a sponsor,
Yes.
her campaign,
Yeah.
your helper campaign this month.
Yes.
Please buy online, a packet will save her life, $350. For 5 years, she doesn't have to worry about menstrual products.
Yeah.
And do this for yourself as well.
Yes.
It's good for your body. It's also good for the environment.
That's right.
So we want to talk about just the hygiene when it comes to that. So let's just talk about your normal pads and tampons first before we
Yes.
go into the sustainable products. So what
We don't
is...
even have one. Sorry, we don't promote.
No,
Sorry.
no, no, so I don't
Sorry,
know.
head and it's like,
So we don't even have a tampon here. So
no.
I'll just use a lipstick.
yes.
Pretend this is a sorry. Pretend that that's a tampon. But ladies, as we know, tampons are made out of cotton
Yes.
and it's bleached.
Yeah.
And you
It's
can't.
not natural.
Yeah, it's not a natural product.
Mm.
But for the ladies that are tampon girls out there, just remember, you can't keep your tampon in the whole day.
Yes.
And I think that's a mistake all of us have made.
Yes.
I know I have, especially if you on the beginning of your period and at the end of your period when you don't have a lot of blood, you just tend to keep that in there for the whole day. Now, if you do that, you will know that when you take that out, there's an odor.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And what it's actually done is it's actually caused all the moisture that's in your vagina to go into that tampon. And that's going to cause an infection. That's going to cause a UTI, and it can actually cause the healthy bacteria is now sitting in that tampon, and now you're taking it out, and that's why there's that odor. And it's bad for your vagina.
Yes.
It's just bad for your vagina. So if you're going to use the tampon and change it every maximum 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, preferably not sleep with a tampon at night, rather you sleep with a pad, which is better. Then obviously as well, with a normal pad, with the plastic and everything that goes with it,
Also
again,
brings an odor as well.
you can't keep it on the whole day. It does create an odor. And what happened to me is when I wear a pad, I actually used to get thrush
Yes.
around my
me
leg.
too.
You
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
And that's just because you don't want to change it. And that's chafe. It almost feels like chafing.
Yeah.
And gives you thrush. And I know my daughter battles with it. And also, yeah, by your bum.
Like a bubble.
Because of the perspiration and the friction, yeah, it's
So
not
it's
pleasant.
it's not great for you.
Sports was horrible.
Yep.
Great for you to keep your pad in for longer than 4 hours. So also again, just change that. And another thing, panty liners, girls. You know, we use the cotton panty liners. You can't keep that panty liner on the whole day.
No,
You actually need to change the panty liner every 4 hours as well. Okay, so then we're going to talk about our sanitary wear. I can't remember, am I talking about this?
We'll talk about it together.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about this together.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys don't know what this is called a menstrual cup. So Women's Warehouse has come up with their own menstrual cup, and we are going to be launching our new packaging, and they come in different colors, and we're going to call it Crown Your V.
Yeah, it's your crown.
It's your crown.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we have the menstrual cup. A lot of questions are, and there's a lot of products on the market that you can actually get a menstrual cup soap and a steaming thing,
Oh,
and there's
nice.
all sorts of things.
Cool.
Don't do the
Heard that.
steaming thing. The steaming thing stinks.
Stinks. That's an odor of its own that we cannot fix.
So the big thing about a menstrual cup is you need to sterilize it. All right. So how do you sterilize it? Boiling water. Boiling water kills it. So what you need to do is just put this in your own menstrual cup, like a old coffee cup or something like that.
Yes.
You put it, boil your kettle, put the boiling water in there, put this in. You've got to keep it immersed for a minimum of 4 minutes. Alternatively, you can put it in the microwave, which is the better option to do because then it gets sterilized properly. Boil it in the microwave for 4 minutes and it'll come out clean. Yeah. The big thing here is don't put hot water on your cup when you've got blood on it.
I made that
I
mistake.
made that mistake and then it just stains your...
Made it brown like this emoji.
We all did it.
So rather just once you take it out, just rinse it first and then immerse it in the hot water, and then it will keep its color, and it's great. Also, just remember, again, you will find that your cup, when you take it out, has an odor. Don't stress about that. It's normal, okay? Because your blood has a smell. It smells like blood. So that's what it is. Okay. Anything else you want to add to that, ladies?
Just maybe the sizing. You sent a cool pic now the other day that I saw where you, because obviously depending on your vagina, you'll have to assess the sizing of your cup, because obviously this comes in different sizes. This is the largest, if I'm not mistaken.
I was just going to check if we had other cups. We do not, but it's fine.
Okay, so you get a smaller. Is this the largest one?
That's the large.
This is the large. Okay, so you get a small, you get a medium, and then you get a petite cup as well, which is for a girl that's maybe just starting a period, a young teenager. And then you get the Kuna Matata.
Heavy flow. Don't think about your vagina. It's for flow.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, the original, the medium, that's one that, if you have a normal, if you have a normal flow.
Pre-baby maybe.
Yes.
Because it does stretch.
Yeah. No. That's the one you can use. But also, you don't bleed as much as you think you do. Obviously, if you use a tampon or pad, what happens is it soaks up the blood and it spreads it, which makes it look a lot more than it actually is. Whereas if you use a menstrual cup,
it's like that much, guys. Like not even. It's like mine's the worst it's been is there.
Yeah.
Like literally, and there's moles on the side. Can you see the old lady?
It's from the inside. So this is a large. So I think right at the bottom we have 7.5 moles.
7.5 moles. That was a bad day.
15 moles. I think 15 moles for me is a bad day.
Yeah.
But you don't bleed as much. Probably like 2 tablespoons, I said, right? Yeah. But also, how you measure this is, so you have your finger, you use your index finger, and then you measure your cervix, and it's your vagina. So you can stick your finger into your vagina.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared, okay? And that's how you check, what size of menstrual cup is best for you. Because Jen might have a high, I think you have a high cervix.
I've got a high cervix, so that has to go.
Cervix. Yeah, so it depends whether you have a high or a low cervix, and how you measure that is with your finger. Put your finger and measure it so that you know exactly the cup that you should get.
But we'll put some more posts of that on social media, guys, so that you guys can see how to do that.
But also know that that it doesn't go as high as a tampon. You need to experience it. It's about experiencing. We've been doing it now for 2 years. Almost 2 years I haven't touched a tampon and a pad. It's completely changed my life. And sorry, just the one most important thing, I don't know if Nadine, I can't remember now, wash your hands. Every time, wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash your hands. Yes, wash your hands, please. Because there you can pick up something, and even like we were talking about bacterial infections, sometimes you can even get it from using someone's towel.
Yes.
That is how frequent it is. So just be aware. Hands wash, you could touch something and it could go into your vagina. So please, hygiene is important.
Very, very important. And then obviously we have our washable pads, ladies.
Yes. Yeah. We've added it, just to let you know, we have added extra
studs.
So we've got some extra studs.
Yes, I love this.
This is great alternative if you don't want to use a cup. These will last you 5 years. Okay. And a lot of women always ask the question, well, do they leak? No, they don't, because there's actually leak-proof material inside here. But obviously you can't keep this on the whole
saturated,
day.
really, no.
So also every 4 hours you need to change this. And again, the big thing here is just remember, when it's now full of blood and you're now going to put it back in your little bag, which will look like this when you fold it up. The big thing is don't leave your washable pad inside its bag. There's our bag, just so that you say it inside your bag for more than a day.
Oh no.
Okay, so when you get home at night, what's important is that you take this out and you put it in your bucket. All right, you can buy your bucket from us online, and you just soak it in cold water.
Yes.
Don't put it in hot water, because if you put it in hot water, it's going to stain. All right, so soak it in cold water. Once you've soaked it in cold water, just rinse the cold water out, and then you can stick it in the washing machine. it's as easy as that, and it will come out like this again.
And then also recommended in the sun. Sun kills off anything that's in there. So we recommend just put it in the sun.
don't tumble
It
dry.
dries very, very quickly. Do not tumble dry.
Yeah, because it's not thick, it's thin.
No.
And it
dries very quick.
Very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So we're actually busy with a couple of teenagers that are doing a journal for us on using the pads, and ladies that are doing this. So check out our social media and our blog, because we're going to be having all this information on the blog for you as well. So that's just from a sanitary wear perspective on how to just keep your sanitary wear clean and also look after it. Because if you are using an alternative, like we say, the sustainable products, which is better for your body, this is going to last you 5 years.
Yes.
And this is going to last you 5 years. And it's only going to cost you $350. I'm going to say that again. For 5 years. It's like £2 a month or something.
Not even.
Silly.
It's
Yeah.
like cents. We're looking at senses.
So, girls, tomorrow, pour yourself a glass of bubbly
And enjoy
and
the
drink to your
to World Menstrual Hygiene Day.
Oh yeah. Just get some-
Celebrate your period.
Yeah.
Period power.
Oh yeah.
Yes, pure power. I love that.
Okay.
Now we need to talk about.
Some more serious stuff.
Yes, I'm gonna drink to that.
Gulp.
Non-alcoholic beverage. Yeah. So.
Talk to us about what the government is doing, Jen.
So what we want to do is, as we're evolving, as we're constantly growing, constantly looking at how we can break barriers and get involved with the right people. And if you are watching us and you can make a decision on period poverty, please email us on hello@Women's Warehouse, Jen at Women's Warehouse, Nadine or Ashley.
Yes.
We want to be. We are going to end period poverty.
Yes.
We are.
We are going to end period poverty. So if you come on board with us and collaborate with us, we need strong partners. What we need to highlight is the gross misjustice of what is going on in our country right now. And we are not the bearers of bad news. So this will be up for a long time while I speak. Yeah. We want to talk about the funds that are being misappropriated. We cannot do it on our own. We need funding, and we've approached government and we're trying to get involved with government. And we want to highlight what could have been done.
Yes.
We have really, if you've watched our social media, go back, we've really used, we've highlighted two very big issues on approvals to different parts of our government, to different departments. And it just shocks me to see how period poverty is not even on the radar at the moment. 30% of women and girls do not come to school or go to work because they're on their menstrual cycle. And for us in the 21st century,
Unacceptable.
it is not acceptable. We should not.
Unacceptable.
Can't find. I'm going to throw that one away. I'm going to put this here.
Unacceptable.
So we are not going to be quiet anymore. We are going to be taking it to the people that need to hear it. We did it. I was just doing a calculation. Nadine told us about one of the departments that was going to donate. We've already loaned X country 84 million rand. I just did a quick calculation. If we had to supply menstrual packs to that, we would do over 4 million ladies. And we did the calculation, 8.7 million are suffering from period poverty. That's half of it done.
Yeah, that's
Half done. That's one. Then we wanted to add another 54 million rand gift.
Yeah,
That's another 3. So 12 million people would have been sorted.
sorted out.
Sorted.
We actually would have eradicated
That's
it.
it. Yes.
Because 30% of women in this country can't
Exactly.
afford. We would have, with just that, those monies, which is about 30 million, we would have eradicated period poverty in our country. So we are saying, government, if you're listening, please get behind us.
Yes.
You can actually make a difference in this country.
Yeah.
You can leave a legacy that no other government has ever left. So get behind us and end period poverty. Don't take the money and use it on a flag.
Yes.
22
22,
million,
yeah, 20.
whatever it is, 22 million on a flag. I'm like, seriously?
It-
How many of the sports stadiums are not completed? 24.5 million was the other one that last year that they didn't complete.
Absolutely.
And nobody's going to use it. It's wasted money.
I don't understand how budgets get approved when we cannot even feed. I mean, we were doing other comparatives. 12% of South Africans are illiterate.
Yes.
40% is unemployed. We are sitting in a position where this creates jobs, guys.
Yes.
This creates jobs. I mean, we were doing a calculation. If we had to get 500,000 rand, you can get, 5,600,000 jobs.
Yes.
That's people working having purpose, and we're contributing to the economy. So this is not only a wellness and health issue. This is an economic issue.
Yes.
So we're saying, stop spending on nonsense, consolidate your budget, do it with us for between 5 and 10 years. We can eradicate now and the generations that are coming for at least 5 years.
Yeah, and
So-
I think that it's not just even that.
Makes
if
me
you think
angry.
about what your period waste is doing to the environment. I mean, we are seeing now more and more in Europe, and South Africa is catching on to it slowly. Everybody's going green.
Yes.
You
This
know,
is the
so
perfect
we
way.
want to save our planet.
Yeah.
A woman in her lifetime has 200 kilograms of menstrual waste. That if she's using tampons and pads, that menstrual waste is going to be with us for the next 400 years.
800.
Is it 800? The new study is 800.
Microplastic really eat it.
So guys, can you see what it's going to do to the generations behind us? Because we're going to be long gone. And the generations, 400 years, that's 4 generations basically.
Yeah.
4 generations.
suffer
Your
from our-
grandchildren are going to be in your menstrual waste. How scary is that?
Yeah,
So for
so
me,
use
it's
wisdom,
definitely something that we need to have a look at. So it's good for the environment. If we eradicate period poverty, we're eradicating waste in the environment that's not biodegradable.
Yes.
If the government comes part of us, they can leave a legacy that no other government has left anywhere in the world. South Africa would be the first to do that.
Yeah.
And it's not even that expensive. I mean, we can
No.
eradicate period poverty with 150, 200 million rand. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
And we can
get behind this.
give women choices. Girls are not being educated. We're building schools, but 50% of your students can't come because they're menstruating.
Yeah.
So
What's
let's
the point?
prioritize.
Yeah.
We're trying to build the pyramid from the top down. We're saying build a strong foundation, and that's giving her an opportunity to just go to school.
Yes.
So that for me is the crux. World Menstrual Hygiene Day, for me, it's just the encompassment of give a girl an option. Give her hope.
Absolutely. Give
This
her
is hope,
Give her
Roger.
dignity back.
Yeah.
Hope, dignity, all those things
Yeah.
is what we are trying to bring back and achieve for women everywhere in this country.
Amen.
So ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. It has been an incredible week.
Yeah.
It's been almost an incredible month. I mean, next week the month's over, and then we are halfway through the year. Can you believe it? So I'll drink to halfway through the year. I'll drink to our first birthday and our WOW session.
Yay!
And I will drink to ending period poverty.
That's right.
Let's go.
Let's go. And
Period power.
to period power.
To period power.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good week.